Good morning. It is November 27th, 9:30 Mountain Standard Time, and we're looking at the 5-minute oil chart. So last night, it came back down and actually broke above the opening. I wouldn't call it a new high because, well, I suppose it would be a new high. But we didn't cross over the previous high of 58.74, and I decided to do another pullback. So I got in just at this breakout around 58.10, and my target was actually where it's sitting right now. I might just hold off on. I might pull out some, but it may have some legs on it yet. Reason being that was my target is because you put the Fibonacci on here. You come down to that low right there. The reason I picked that retracement spot is it's because it's the first pivot before breaking this previous high. So it's in this channel from here to here that it's the first pivot, and usually that's what I use for direction. So it does look like it's going to exceed that. We might have a reversal if you go back to this high right here. So I'll shrink it down a bit more. You take the Fibonacci and put it on there. See it right here, we hit the first target, but here's another target here. But if you were to go into this area here in 1 minute chart, you find a pivot point right around right here. Actually, you can see in my 1 minute chart you'll see it a lot better. It's around 57.28 would be right here. That's where I would put for a retracement. So that would put you right down this 54.85, 54.90 mark right there. So it may go down to there. It may be a large swing. Difficult to say. Line it up with this right down here. Yeah, I mean, if it does go to that full extent of a Fibonacci retrace, but you know, it's a day trade thing, right? So if you can be confident that in a day that's 61.8 push, I mean, you can lock it in there, right? So as soon as you come in after 7 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock New York time, hit opening, you see it did. Go to the 1 minute chart here. I'll show you something. So you take a look at the opening, pit opening. Of course, I'm on my market, or my brokers in Europe, and their platform is based on European time. So I have to translate that very quickly. It's 1400 hours is 9 o'clock New York time. So let's find 1 minute mark here. So right there. See, it opened up, dropped down, went up, and came back down. So that was your limit. That was your opening limit. And see, it came down, and a little bit of bouncing around going on because of the inventory numbers coming out. So it's going to add, a bit of fluctuation for sure, a bit of movement. But you see, it went back up, but it stopped at that 51.83, or sorry, 58.53. So it went up, and it just bumped up a bit higher than our opening, but it didn't break new ground here. If you look back here, it didn't break any new ground. So that tells me, that's when I start to watch, because it comes back down, and then it broke this previous low. That's why I got in at 58.08, 58.010 in this area here. So it didn't break the opening. I mean, it looks like it did, but it really didn't, because it didn't go past the next one. So then it broke through here, and then that's when I put my Fibonacci on back over here and do the projection, which takes us down to this 57.84 mark. But it exceeded that, so it may continue down. How far? Well, that's what I just showed you there. It can come right down to this 54.85. So I'm gonna let most of my investment ride on this, and I'll put my stops in there. I'll lock in, at least 20-30 cents or so. Once it moves a little bit further, and if it does come back towards that area before I put my stops in, and I'll just pull it out. But same thing. But I'll just keep an eye on it, because it might bounce up back in here and down again. So, but I'm pretty confident it'll keep going down. But if it moves down, keeps going down here, I'll just bring my stops down into this area here, 57.90. These 20 pips, give yourself some room. Can't see it going back up. If it does start to go back up, then we're probably looking at a retracement and go higher. But yeah, I know it sounds kind of wishy-washy, but that's the thing. You gotta keep an eye on it, monitor it, and make decisions on the fly. That's part of being a day trader. Is you don't want to pull out too soon. That's where you see me. Pull half my profits out and then lock in the other ones either at a small gain or a zero loss. You got to be able to make decisions on the fly based on what it's doing. If I start to see it flounder in the 1 minute chart, go up and break this high right here, then I'd probably think, well, I'm going to lock some in, because there's a good chance it's going to go higher. So just like yesterday, I look back at yesterday. I went short, and they came down, went up, and I went short. I just have to take another look at the video, see exactly what I did. So much on my brain. But yeah, I went short, and then I put some stops in. So to guarantee, or I pulled out half my profits. I think it was about right here actually. I went back up again, and then I went short, and then I locked in some profit, and I made profit, and then it came back, stopped me out, and then it went higher. I didn't think it would actually go past this point right here, but it did, and yeah, and it went higher. So you can't, nothing's 100% guaranteed. At least, that's why I say it's a soft science, but still working on the hard science part of it. But then that's where we're at right now. Put it on pause and see where it shakes out. All right, it's 10:46 Mountain Time. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull my profit out for the day here and call her good. Got in about around 58.10. So yeah, good 45. I pulled it out around the 60 mark in here. It started to break up for the day. So I made a good 50 pip profit. Yep, good enough for today. All right, see what happens overnight, and get back into it in the morning.